going down, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Camping with Coleman. It's your boy Josh, aka Coleman, and that's right, I got my wife sitting in the background doing her little makeups and all that stuff. She hanging out with me in the shop, and that's because I am hammering out videos right now, so I can't really escape the shop. It's kind of just one of those days. I gotta get stuff done. So, what I've got to go over for you guys today is kind of why she's in here too. She is checking it out. This is her rig. This is the clamshell, is what we call this one. It is pretty slick, man. This is a Land Rover Defender 90 series. I think that's what they would call it, 90 series, right? It's a Land Rover Defender 90, D90 for short. And yeah, I built it based off of an Axial SCX10 platform for my wife to have a rig. You can see it's got a female driver up in there. It's right-hand drive, got the, you know, the little drinks and the little iPhone and all that, right? Pretty cool. Yeah, so this is her rig, man. She rocked this at the Oregon Recon G6, and it's absolutely amazing in how good it performs. It kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't really expecting it to do that good. But let's just go over it real quick. We'll just kind of talk about it real quick, go over a few features. This is going to be a short one. Not a lot to go over, but basically I built this rig using everything I could from ATTRIBUTION. So if you guys want to build a rig like this, you can pretty much just by going to ATTRIBUTION. You'll also have to get the transmission that I used, but other than that, you can go to ATTRIBUTION and get just about everything. So first things up, obviously the body. There's a Land Rover Defender 90 body. You can get these at ATTRIBUTION. It's a hard body, plastic. There's two different versions of them out there. This is the one that people say is the thinner one. However, I have had zero issues. So if people are on the internet telling you, oh, don't buy the one that's kind of see-through-ish because it's just too thin and it just breaks too easy, I kind of got to disagree, because this is one of those. And we've had it for a while now. My wife's rolled it a few times. I've rolled it a few times. We've done some towing with it and some pretty rough stuff, and it's doing pretty good, you know, so far. So I can't really say, you know, it's as strong as the other body, but I can say it's not flimsy enough to not purchase, because it's doing great for me. So anyways, this is the body from ATTRIBUTION. Love it. It's kicking butt so far. You can see it's got all my little decals and everything on it. Repping for all my sponsors and everything. Definitely repping for the Recon G6, because this did rock through the Recon G6. It is HOLMES HOBBIES powered, so we'll get to that. Anyways, yeah, not a lot to go over as far as the body. It's painted a pearl white with a clear coat over it. It's a little dirty right now. Kind of got some dust and stuff on it, but works good. The winch is from ATTRIBUTION. This is a pretty cool winch. I have it running kind of souped up. I got the power turned up to it a little bit, so it's definitely powerful, more than you need for a little rig like this. The servo is something I really like. This is a CYS S9130, and that's from ATTRIBUTION. Basically, the only servos I enjoy running are these ones and my HOLMES HOBBIES servos. So the axles, as you can see, this is stock Axial SCX10 plastic housings. Using Vanquish products. What are those called? C-hubs and steering knuckles there. I bought this used originally, this chassis setup and everything, used originally off a buddy of mine, Chad Miller, over from the Valley. And so it came with these Vanquish products parts on it, which was pretty cool. What else? The wheels and tires, oh, it's also got brake calipers up in there. But the wheels, tires, and brake calipers are all from ATTRIBUTION as well. So those are the gold Golem crates, and these are actually the early edition, the early release ones, the ones that we got pre-release, right? These are like the prototypes or whatever, which is pretty cool, man. Pretty stoked to have those on there. They work really, really well. So all the hype is true. These do work really well. Very strong wheels and very well put together. You don't have to get them in gold if you don't like gold. I just thought the gold went really well with that pearl, so that's why I went for that.
And that's what I wanted.
Yeah, and that's because that's what she wanted. She likes that. So, let's see, what else do we got? The little roof rack thingy here, this is from ATTRIBUTION as well. These little sliders right here and steps, these are from ATTRIBUTION as well. Those don't come with the body, you gotta get those aftermarket. And the little cover here. You can get all kinds of covers from ATTIBUTION as well. I don't know if I got this one from them or not, but they do have a bunch of covers. And we're going to pull this one off because we're going to put this one on. This is the one that I actually got for it, so we might as well leave that out because I'll put that on. Underneath, we've got stock Axial shocks. We've got Axial links, right? And then the upper links, I'm not sure where those came from, but they work really well. And then we have, let's see, Torque Master. Yeah, so we're rocking the BRXL up front right here. We've got, what do we got for the receiver in here? Oh yeah, this is the Fly Sky receiver. What else we got? Stock Wildboard WB8s or whatever, right? The Wildboard drive shafts. Stock skid. Same with the rear, stock plastic housings, rocking the Vanquish lockouts. RC 4-wheel drive light kit, real simple. And the motor setup though, this is where it gets a little funky. I don't know if you guys picked up on that. You see that right there? That's where the spur gear normally attaches, but I got it chopped and I got it divorced, right? The ESP anti-spur setup, and it's running backwards here instead of forwards this time. It's running backwards. I got that idea from my buddy Jared to a R2 single speed transmission. I don't know if you guys can see that there or not, but it runs directly to an R2 2-speed transmission right there, which, boom, on the back side of that has a HOLMES HOBBIES 13-turn Crawmaster Sport, right? So it is, yeah, it's powerful. It's definitely got a lot of torque. This thing has got a tremendous amount of torque, and I ran the rear motor setup for a reason. I wanted to be able to put the battery up front like the new SCX 10.2, right? So the battery's up front like an SCX 10.2. It has a full interior, no cutting done. And you can see in the back, the motor sits high right there up in the chassis, out of the way from any mud and things like that for the most part. And I could also put a cap on that, right? I have the top hats, these little guys right there. I could put one of those on there, and that could help out. So maybe I'll do that because this has found the mud a couple of times already. But yeah, so there's the clamshell, you guys. That's what we got there. Oh yeah, and the bumpers also, that's from ATTIBUTION as well. You can pick those up there. All metal. It's a pretty solid piece. And a Viking Fairlead there. I like the Viking Fairleads. They're pretty cool. So anyways, you guys, that is it for the clamshell. That's all we got. Thing is pretty slick, man. It is super, super slow, geared really low, just like the yellow Jeep is. And it's got a lot of power, man. And good suspension flex. Look at that. Really, really good. It would make a great comp vehicle. Like, if this would pass Class 1, I don't know if these tires would actually pass, but even for Class 2, this would be a phenomenal comp vehicle. It just goes everywhere. So, anyways, shout out to ATTIBUTION for hooking it up on this, man. These guys really had some awesome products, came through in the clutch for me, and allowed me to build a cool vehicle for my wife, and she's pretty stoked on it. So, I am pretty stoked on it. Happy wife, happy life. Anyways, you guys, thank you for watching. You know what it is. Click that subscribe button, mash that like button, and I'll see you on the flip side. Peace and chicken grease.